in with your boy. I know people like HD is dropping like crazy today. All this content. What is going on? No, I'm giving y'all this content because once I go back to work, it's gonna be back to 1 or 2 videos a day, maybe. The DZ report, I'm going to do a lot of stuff on the new year, putting stuff on there. But I wanted to go back and recap Blast from the Past. Blast from the Past, I brought this up basically reiterating stories that happened back when you guys forgot about it. Now, I am a huge Star Wars nut. Me, Detroit T, we're probably in the whole group the biggest ones, the Star Wars guys. Nick Jacobs is good at it too. Now, season 2 basically introduced us to Cad Bane. Well, season 1 was when Cad Bane came in, led into season 2, where he got a job from Palpatine himself, or Sidious. Remember, Darth Sidious was playing both sides of the fence, which he was with the Federation. He was it Federation? I forgot what you call them. The Empire, whatever. No, the Empire was them, but Federation, I believe. He was playing as Councilman Palpatine. On the other side, which he controlled the dark side was Darth Sidious. Now, what he did and everything was set a trap to get the holocron, where he was going to use Jedi, well, younglings they call them, and their force ability to try to turn them evil or use their powers. But in the process, you could kill them, and he was willing to take that sacrifice. Ahsoka and Anakin had to help find where the younglings were at, the holocron and stuff. They had to, squash that and stop Cad Bane from doing what he had to do with the younglings. Now, during this season, we got to see the basically the enemy. Basically, the enemy was trying to basically take over parts of the universe, take over certain places on the planet where they were able to position themselves. Basically, the Empire was trying to do that on the low. However, they were getting thwarted by Anakin and others. The holocron was a part where it showed where younglings were at. That was a big thing. Ahsoka, her and Anakin, they went to intercept Cad Bane's warship. Then Cad Bane was given a new thing, which was, of course, go after the kids and bring them to which he did bring them to Darth Sidious, and Sidious had them on another planet, but they were able to find out where they were at. Anakin, Ahsoka, and them, they had to go destroy also a droid factory. But during these times, we saw that Anakin was becoming Darth Vader. He was becoming Darth Vader on the low. What people don't remember or realize is that he tortured one of the guys who, of course, were on the dark side. One of the guys who were helping them, he tortured him almost to the point of killing him, which shows a lot of dark side tendencies. And a lot of the other Jedi were starting to become skeptical of his ways and how did he figure it out. He didn't really actually tell them, but it kind of worried them. We also saw Grievous, taking hostages, and, he tortured, you've seen how he was, we saw how he tortured guys like, from whatever you call them. I can't think. Are they the Federation or the Imperial Guards? I forgot what they call, but I'll say the good guys in this feature. So in this season, we saw Grievous doing that. Grievous was trying to basically take out certain spots that the Jedis had occupied so it could help them out. and basically get put in Darth Sidious's good graces, because right now he's on the end of the stick. Now, we found out that the senator Anaconda was, of course, was a traitor, remember? And then he came back to the light. They had to uncover a plot, which the Mandalorians were basically working, of course, to take out the Duchess and start a war again between those planets they were on. And they were able to thwart it. However, the Duchess was seen as a criminal. So Obi-Wan, who had history of probably having a relationship with her, sort of similar to me to Anakin and Padme. It was sort of similar to that. He trusted her, made sure that she was safe. He wanted to be there to help her. Her and him had different ideologies. She did not want the Jedi there because she felt like the Jedi was wasn't good. They talk peace, but they really not peaceful. They do whatever it takes to store balance and everything, things of that nature. Of course, we got to see the Zillo Beast, and we got to see Palpatine, of course, wants to clone it, wants to be able to use its material to build better soldiers, build better armor, which this could be leading into the armor created for the Death Star and other stuff, like materials from this animal. And then we found out about Boba Fett. He was introduced trying to take out Mace Windu. Of course, his father, Jango Fett, died. So season 2 basically was showing you how Anakin was showing the traits that he was exhibiting the traits he was showing him as Darth Vader, showing a lot of ways that he was doing. And it was introducing him to everybody. Like, okay, he's showing some traits here. We're seeing him, of course, when he found out his Padawan was in trouble. She was trapped, thought he lost her. He was going crazy. Like, even with the thing with the Cad Bane looking for her when she was captured. Like, how could he find him? He had to torture this dude damn near to death. He was really getting upset trying to find her. So he was itching towards that side. He was itching a lot towards the dark side. And it was showing, it was telling, like the traits were showing, guys were showing, even his conversation with Mace Windu when they were talking with each other in the bunker, not in the bunker, but in the place where, of course, they were at after they escaped from almost dying from the bounty hunters. Of course, Boba Fett snuck on the ship and started blowing stuff up. We figured out later that's the son of Jango Fett, and he wanted his revenge on Mace Windu because of the death of his father, but his father asked to be killed because of the stuff he was doing for the Empire and all of them on the low. So, and then we got to see we got to see different things in part 2. Season 2 was good. I give it 3.5 out of 4. The first season kicked off great. Remember I talked about that. That started off with a bang, and then we got to be introduced to a lot of characters, the hostage crisis, and how the bounty hunter seized the building, and then that went into season 2. I loved how they put everything together. This was a great season. Great season. I think this season I give it I think 3.5 or 4 stars out of 4. Good season. The notables of that season, like I said, Anakin was choking the hell out of dude to find out what was going on. So, but I'm gonna start season 3. I got after season 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I got 4 more seasons. Remember, season 7 was when Order 66 was put out there, and we got to see how everybody was affected by it. And then after I watch the Clone Wars, I'm gonna go into watching Rebels. Then I'm gonna watch the first season of Bad Batch, and then I'm going to talk to you guys about the Star Wars stories, basically showing you how what's his face? Dooku, how Count Dooku became Darth, how he went to the dark side. But let me know what you guys think about it. I know nobody's gonna come by to this video, but I just wanted to put this out there, give you guys a shout out. This was Blast from the Past. Let me know in the comment section what you thought about it. Thank y'all for listening. I'm out. Deezy.